Hey everyone, it's Apache here and welcome back to Darkest Dungeon. Last episode we had a decent run, although we've got to stick a few of these guys into heal up their stress. So gonna go straight into the Abbey, and because I think that we're gonna have a bit of a problem this episode with healers. So I'm hoping there's gonna be somebody in the stagecoach we can get. I'm going to stick Keogh here into there, and that's fine. Just want to have a look in here, see if there is anybody. No, there's another flagellant, but I mean we could do a no, because I need to put Griffin in for stress management. Just trying to work out who I'm going to put in as a healer. I think I'm going to have to use a Levy, because she's the only other healer that we've got at the moment. So let's just stick everybody else in for stress relief. We've got the caretaker in the gambling hall. So Ashuel here can go into the brothel, hopefully. Oh, he can't go into the brothel. What can he do? He can only flagellate. It's a good job I didn't put a Levy in there then. Wrong one. Yes, Tabraham. Bled out by a swine chopper. He didn't bleed out, he committed suicide. I thought he committed suicide anyway. Ashuel, here we go. So he'll go in for this one. And who else do we need to put in? Griffin, of course. He won't go to the cloister. Will he go into any of these? No, he won't. He will only... Doesn't say anything about it in here. I assume that because he's a flagellant, that he will only flagellate for healing. So can we actually increase this at all? Let's go into the Abbey. What can we do here? So we do have enough busts for this one now. This is just increase it. I think we need number 3 before we can actually put somebody else in, but considering we're going to need to put stuff in here quite a lot, I'm actually willing to update this quite often. Trying to upgrade it as much as I can. We've got 13, but we don't have enough of the deeds or portraits to be able to update anything else. At least I don't think so. Can have a look. Yes, we could do one of these. Treatment library. That's treatment cost. And disease treatment cost. See, I think probably up here is where you can cure the Crimson Curse. But we're nowhere near that. So I'm actually going to increase this one as well.
Experimental techniques and tonics can overcome things a sharpened sword cannot.
Very true. Is there anybody else we want to put into a sanitarium? Considering we can't actually put Griffin in for stress heal this round, which means we're going to have 2 rounds without Griffin here, I might actually put him in to get rid of one of these. Which is the most damaging one for him? That's a melee. He has no ranged skills, so this minus 5% damage to ranged skills is no problem at all. Paranormania, obsessed with paranormal, that means he will automatically pick up stuff behind him without using any stuff kind of to increase the beneficial effects, so you're more likely to get bad effects from that. Stuff like the occultist books, which can lead to giving you negative quirks. I'm not too worried about that for now. Plus 15 stress against beast and minus 10 accuracy versus beast. I'd like to get rid of that. And claustrophobia, severe fear of enclosed spaces. I still don't know what actual effect this has. So yeah, I think I am going to stick him into here. And we're going to try and get rid. Can't we actually increase these? Oh no, yeah, that means that these stay. But no, I want to make sure... Oh, that plus 10% death blow resist though is so good. That's 6,000 though. How much is this? I'm going to take that off. It is, yeah, the Fear of Beasts I want to do. 1,350. That's not too bad. And it's going to be about 5,000 to get rid of it once it becomes severe. So yeah, I'm willing to put a bit of money into our flagellant here. So is there anybody else I need to send for treatment? Durmont actually. Durmont is fine. I'm happy to send her into a mission with that much. Much like our leper. What trinkets do we get? We have a Hillian only plus 15% bleed skill. We have leper only to plus 20% healing received. And that's about it. So let's have a look for a mission on who do we want to send. I think the Jester might be quite good. And I'm willing to put a bit of money into Durmont as well. So if we go to the guild, we can increase some of her skills and actually see if we want to take some of this as well. That's a decent attack for attacking the back enemy. I'm not really using the self buffs at the moment. I probably should be, but I think Iron Swan might be a good tanky thing to have. Try and get rid of those back characters as much as we can. If it bleeds, there's a bleed chance, and bleed out is a bleed chance as well. That's a 3 point per round bleed. But it means that I do minus 20% damage and minus 15 dodge. So I think I'm happy to take Iron Swan. And I'm also happy to increase the ones that we're going to use. We're definitely going to use Bill Barrett Yup because that's our stun. And Breakthrough is the way of getting back to the front of the line. So we're going to increase that as well. So we spent about 2,000 gold on her at the moment. But I'm happy to do that because she's going to be our kind of #1 tank at the moment, the kind of main person that soaks all the damage, and we're going to also increase her armour. So 750 to increase her armour to level 2, that's good. And can we do anything in here with the weaponsmithing? No, we need 8 deeds. Right, so let's embark on the next quest, see what we want to do. Now we do here actually have the Apprentice Necromancer. This is the first of the bosses, but I don't think we're actually ready to go through this yet. We do have here a medium reward, or a medium sized quest, which means we get to camp once. 4,500 gold, 2 portraits, and some heavy boots with move resist. 40% move resist, 10% protection, and -2 speed. So they're good tanking boots. So that would actually kit her out fully with the bleed resist, or bleed chance, and the move resist. What else do we have here? Plus 15% healing skills, so we could get our healers up a bit. That would be very nice. This is a medium as well. 2 busts and 4,500 gold. With this one here, the Cove, this is a short battle. We haven't actually been into the Cove yet. So deeds and dazzling charm plus 15% skill chance. And in Weald, we have a short mission, which is the antiquarian only one. We've had this one for a while. I think I want to try and level these up at the same rate. If I take this one, then it's going to kind of push us too far ahead in the ruins, and if we lose some of these characters, we're not going to be able to catch up. So I think what I want to do is go through the Cove. We'll get this dazzling charm, which is the stun skill chance one, which will mean we're much more effective at stunning people, which will be good, and we get some deeds and some gold. We need deeds to upgrade stuff as well. So we're going to put Barbosa in the 3rd position. He needs to be in number 3 really. We're going to put our fairly stressed out healer. Sorry Olivia, but you're going to have to go in. If you come through this one, she might end up at level 2 and she will be our first named character. Sorry, I just need to... There we go. And who else are we going to put in then? We have Poignant, who's not very good in the 2nd position. Reboot is actually pretty good in 2nd position, so I might actually send him in. We can't send Griffin. Karen is okay but not great in 2nd. Harriet here is not too good. He's okay, but he's got more of the tanking stuff. He can heal himself though. But no, we've got a Levy. We'll be fine with a Levy. Yeah, so I'm going to put Reboot in. Why not? I think that will be fine. Now we can go into provisions. Don't want to take any blood with us. We don't have any cursed characters. So we're going to do the kind of regular... I think 8 food will be fine. We're going to take a shovel and we're going to take a skeleton key. How many torches we take? I think 6 will be fine. And I'll make sure that I remember to actually use them this time. So this is our first foray into the cove. The cove's got some interesting characters in it. I seem to remember.
Caverns are teeming with pelagic nightmares.
So here is our map. And we've got a linear progression through, 100% of room battles, so it might be by about halfway through, maybe here, that we complete it. But the good thing is we don't actually have to backtrack at all in this. We don't have any scouting, unfortunately, and we're into the first combat already. They are surprised, so we get a spare round against them. This sends us forward. I can't see his skills. I'm going to try for a bleed on these straight away. It's 100% base. I'll try and bleed these two. Does bleed them. Oh, I didn't swap her skills out. Oh. Okay, we'll go for a wicked hack on the one that hasn't been injured yet. Keep spreading the damage about. And we'll go for a chop on this one. That chop can deal a decent amount of damage. He's on 2 hit points, he's taking 2, so the second guy is dead. We don't have anything to heal at the moment, so we're going to go for the back guy. She's the only one that can hit the back one because I didn't take Iron Swan on her. Spearfishing. I thought they lost a turn when they were surprised, but obviously they don't. It just means we guarantee to go first. That kills that one off. And Seaward Slash. So we've taken a decent amount of damage on the Jester. He's going to bleed these two. And we will chop the first one. No, we won't. We will heal the Jester. Crit heal. Excellent. No stun, no stress relief though, which is unfortunate. She needs some stress relief. With the leper here, I'm going to chop this one which isn't bleeding, 14 damage. And I'll do breakthrough, which might kill.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
So now, yeah, I can do this one, which will push him forward but kill him.
Destroy them all.
So we have a swift cloak, minus 20% move resist, or minus 20% movement bonus, plus 2 speed. 750 gold, useless amount of gold there, and 2 food. So we'll take all of that and we will give, well, first of all we will put you into the right order and we will give you a little bit of food. Just to bring your health up a little bit and keep us with 8 food. And should we give this to somebody? Yeah, I think that you need a little bit of more speed so we can get our healing a little bit sooner in the rounds. She has a quirk which means that she takes stuff. The sack is empty though. No problem. So carrying on, is she going to go again? Ah no, she has something that will make her open stuff as well, but there's nothing in it. Okay, so now we're at the door. I'm actually going to remember to light the torches.
The promise of safety.
Nothing in this room. Any scouting? No. Missed the trap completely. I don't know if you can see the traps without actually scouting them. Let's see what's in this one. All the others have been empty. Pack has already been looted. So before we go into the room again, we will make sure we're in the right order and go to, this is awkward, these tabs here, here, and light another torch. Radiant light. Yes, we have a room battle. Now, what do we have? This Eldritch Push pushes him backwards, but no, that's a dodge. Stress Wave, nasty attack. Only does 1 damage but 18 stress. 5 of them and this guy goes berserk. So we will go for some bleeds against these two. Bleeds for stress dealer, that's good. And we will go for a... We're not too low on health, so I'll go for a judgment against him, and he dodges. He does a slash. He does a Seaward slash. No, this doesn't work, does it? Ah, that sends her forwards as well, this breakthrough. So I can actually, I think he has one which pushes him forwards, and so does she. I think he does as well, so I can really kind of move these guys around. We will go for the one that might kill him. Good.
Give them no quarter.
And this might kill this one. Nearly. Another stress wave. Dodged. Excellent. Stressful incantation. There's another 18. And the bleed dodges as well. So I think now we're actually getting to a point where we need a little bit of healing just to see us through to the end of the mission. It's not necessarily for this fight, but it's making sure that I can carry on to the end. I'll put the bleeds on. Actually, it's good that it puts bleeds on this one because that'll push him down. Let's go for a wicked hack against him. This will definitely kill him off. Is there anything that can... Yeah, I'm going to do this. There we go.
Diminished.
And the Hugh will actually see both of them off. So now he's down at the front. He's much more easy to hit. We can go for... That's minus 33, minus 50. This will actually push him forwards. But I'm not too worried. 7 damage. Stress wave against him. Dodges. Excellent. And I think this judgment should... No. I think for longevity of the battle, or of the actual mission, I'm going to do that and then kill him. Take your heals where you can, especially if the enemy has already been that round. We have a journal entry, an onyx and an emerald. Pretty good. So we have paid for one of these to go into stress relief so far. Maybe 2 if we're lucky. So, blood-soaked pages torn from a journal, 4 out of 6. They are sleeping. I am kept from slumber by a distinct stream of whispers, as if carried by the currents and waves of the sea. I have not told them that most of my flesh has been sloughed off, revealing a strange silvery membrane. I keep myself covered. They questioned me when I ate the meat raw at campfall and found my response difficult to understand. I suppose it would be best to explain my condition when they awaken. Then they would be convinced of my urgency to leave and find aid in the hamlet. That sounds like maybe a curse or something that we can get down here. Or a disease of some kind, which isn't good. So I'm going to use her because it's easier to heal her up. A giant oyster. Now, I don't know if I can use the skeleton key on a giant oyster. I'm not going to risk it. Already cleaned elves. Oh well. We didn't get anything bad though, so never mind. So moving on. We need to swap those back. Need to find out if he has something that can push him forwards. No, he doesn't. He does have Purge though, which is good. So go on maybe to another fight, although we have a hunger. Hopefully we'll only get one more of those, if nothing else.
Glittering gold,
crests we need them, that's good. Before we go into the next room, push this light up. Nothing in here, wow, okay. So we'll go on, bit of scouting, that's good. So I think this will be our last room, our last fight. So going into this room, we know we have a curio and a battle coming up. So she needs to open this one. I don't think she actually steals stuff though, which is good. She just opens it. So as long as she just opens it and doesn't steal anything, that's fine. So here I'm going to go for... what to go for? That Fusilier is the one I really want to hit, because he's in 4th position. So I think, yeah, I'm going to take this guy down as much as I can. So these two will be focusing on him, and he will be bleeding up.
Ground quakes.
Bit of stress relief, which is good, and she is going to focus on the Fusilier as much as she can. Get those judgments off on him. So as a blanket shots,
Weakened.
it is a -2 dodge is the debuff he gives. And so the chop here is the best one to do. 11 damage is quite a lot. He's got 35 damage to start though. So slice and dice with a double dodge is brilliant. And he's going to go for point blank shot, not with the chains. Oh yes, that would have pushed her back, but luckily didn't. So we're getting a fair few hits on here. But now the Fusilier is dead. She's still going to go for him. And... I really need... Oh, this will actually knock him back. Has a chance of knocking him back. But he doesn't. Oh, that's a shame. So we're going to go... Actually, 1 hit point left and he's bleeding. So if I do slice off on him, that means he dies and he dies, and that's it. So 2 deeds, a jade, some gold and crest. Not bad. So before we go into the next room again, I'm going to use the last torch. Maybe should have used that in the next corridor, because the last fight here is going to be a little bit challenging. We have a trap we can disarm and 2 curios. So coming through to the trap, here's the trap. I think our Jester is our traps, yes, 40. Who else can do traps? She has 20. He has 20 and she has 30. So yeah, this guy is the best equipped to disarm them. Gives him a bit of stress relief as well. Okay. Oh, so you need skeleton. Only disgusting fish inside. And you're going to go for this one as well. It's a trap. She's bleeding, never mind. So we've got no light for this room. We're just going to go straight in and, well, beat up what's ever in there. So this fight looks quite hard. We've got two... Well, we don't have a stress dealer, but we do have this tank here. So we're going to start off with the bleed on these two, which hopefully the bleed goes through. It goes through on the bleeder, which isn't too bad, I suppose. That pushes her forwards. So I want to try and push this one back if possible. But we will start with a stun. Chance of a stun. Which it does stun both of them.
Nerves and panic.
She's actually got minus 20% pull, which is a shame. That pulls our leper here into a position where she's completely useless. Can actually increase the torch level here. So this is going to do 2 to 5 damage, or 1 to 3 on him. So I'd really quite like to get him actually. So he can't actually do anything here, so I'm going to pull him back into the second position. That's his stun worn off. Stressful incantation on there. That's actually good because it would have been her instead. And this will pull him forwards. The dodge is nasty, but that's us back into the correct position. The dodge is very nice there. Ren for the Old God's possible bleed. And pulls him forwards into that position, sending the tank backwards. We're actually looking a little bit down. So I'm going to do a heal on the bleeding person. Here we're going to do... I actually want to try and send him right to the back. I don't know if he can actually do much from the back. Oh, he missed. He resisted it. So I really need to kill at least one of them now. Good. Doesn't leave a corpse. So he's guarding him, so I need to try and kill this guy as much as I can this round. So the dirk stab on this guy. It pushes him back to there. And he can't do anything from that position. I keep forgetting that. So I'll pull him back forwards. That's 2 rounds of miss for chop on him now. So I think that's... Let's see how much the judgment will do. 4 to 8 and he has 6. I think this is actually more important than healing at the moment, trying to kill him off. And he's not bleeding either. The breakthrough though, however, will kill him off. So that's good. A little bit of stress relief as well. Monsters with high protection. Some monsters have high protection which absorbs damage attacks. Dots, blight and bleed ignore protection and are effective means to take down these highly armoured opponents. So that missed, that's good. How much does she have? 8 damage, but she is being protected. Only for 1 more round though. So I'm going to do a bit of healing here on our Jester.
Momentary abatement.
And we're going to try and bleed. that one. Area of effect also goes through them, it doesn't mention that. So this one, see? Took her down by 5. Dodges the Eldritch Pull, that's good, means he gets to stay in the same position. If it breaks through the... if Area of Effect breaks through these guards, then that will kill her. So now all we have is this guy to deal with, the tank. And do a bit of party healing. And just do the highest damage attacks I can. I didn't want to pull him forwards.
Quickens.
And chop. So that is that fight done. We have Sapphire, Ruby and Citrine and 4 quests. So that is the quest complete. However, if I continue adventuring, here we have one of these. So I can click on there and put that in there. And that is actually well worth taking that skeleton key. Wow. So that is our leper, which I'm going to put straight on him because he's a tank anyway. So plus 15% damage if in position 1 and a -3 virtue chance. Can't say fairer than that. Take all of that and we will head back to the hamlet.
The pungent odor abates. The things are driven back for a time.
So we've got 5,235 gold. That's a decent collection actually, considering we only got 3,000 as a crest reward for that. We also got the stun skill chance, so that'll be going on our Hellion. And the deed here will be good for upgrading stuff in town. So here we go. Resolve level up. We have a Levy who is now level 2. She's the only one of our original 4. Oh no, we've got Karen, but he hasn't been out on a mission for a while. But let's have a look at the damage. Not good. Hylomania, obsessed with material things. Resolution in town will never drink. But you're a jester. Irrepressible, plus 5% virtue chance, that's quite good. And weak grip on life, minus 10% death blow resist. Well, you're the least likely to actually get down to death blow, or to what was it? Yeah, you're the least person to like get down to 0 HP anyway, so.
A fresh irritant to some. A sanguine memory to me.
So the town is abuzz, crumbling. Well, we've read this one. We know about this already. And I think that's until we actually complete that first one. The Crimson Court one that we completely failed on. So the quirk has been removed on Griffin, Fear of Beasts, and Keok is perfectly fine to go back out on a quest, and so is Ashuel as well. So I think next week we might actually be going on our first, not next week, tomorrow, might be going on our first medium quest. But I think as I did yesterday, I'm going to leave all of the stress relief and everything till tomorrow. So that is everything we've got time for today. If you've enjoyed this episode, please like, comment and subscribe on the video and to the channel, and I'll see you tomorrow. If you enjoyed this video, please consider supporting me by subscribing to the channel and liking and commenting on the videos. Thanks. See you next time.